Good morning, I'm Bee, and this is my YouTube channel, The Fuzzy Knitting Bee. So recently I have been trying to work through some of the projects that I have on the needles because I have a lot of whips that I really have been wanting to get through, but I just haven't taken the time to do so. And last week I was able to actually finish two, but I did cast on another one. What's important is I did get halfway through that project as well. So this week I think I'm going to continue working on some of those projects as well as start on some of the other ones that I haven't picked up in a few weeks. The first project that I think I'm going to continue working on is the Craspedia socks. I am on the second sock. I finished the first one last week, and it's also the one that I casted on last week. So I'm going to finish working on the second sock. I think I'm also going to try to finish the body of the Salty Days sweater, and that would just leave the arms to do. And I think this one will be really easy to do because it has been working up really fast. I did have to stop with knitting it for a while because I ran into a problem, but last week I was able to figure out what I did wrong, and I ended up knitting quite a bit last week. So I'm going to continue working on this. I might also pick up my mom's Sophie shawl that I was working on, as well as a few other projects. I think if I can finish the socks as well as the Salty Days sweater, the body of the Salty Days sweater, I might also cast on another project that I have been wanting to start, kind of to motivate me to get those projects done. So grab something absolutely cozy to drink, grab that project that you are currently working on, get somewhere absolutely comfortable, and let's get started. Okay, so I'm about to go to bed because we got to get up early tomorrow because we are going to North Carolina to a festival up in Hendersonville. And I wanted to show what I got done so far. I actually need to attach some yarn. So I am down, it's kind of hard to show, But I am down at the bottom of the sweater. I just have a few rows left, but I need to add another skein. So I might be able to finish it up tomorrow on the car ride. I might not do the full like bind off while in the car because I don't want to get distracted and mess it up. But I'm definitely going to knit to that point. I'm also going to take the sock. So I've worked a little bit on that and I'll show you that more tomorrow. But right now I'm going to go to sleep and I will see y'all in the morning. I don't have my microphone with me. I have it inside. So excuse the sound if it's a little different. I'm just sitting outside on the porch. I'm just having one of those days that it's just kind of... I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Just odd. But I have my sketchbook. I've been getting back into sketching more recently. It's kind of nice. So I'm just working on that a little bit. I also have the sweater, the Salty Day sweater with me. So I'm going to sit out here for a little bit and get some coffee. And it's actually quite comfortable out here right now. So, yeah. Okay, so you might hear a noise in the background. Is my coffee maker. Of course, I'm making a pot of coffee. But right now I am knitting on the Craspedia sock. I've mainly worked on the Salty Day sweater this week, and I'm at the end of it. But it's kind of like to the point where I'm like, I need a break just for a few days from it, which is it's bad because I am really at the end of the body, and then I would just have the sleeves and collar to do. So I might pick that up here later. But right now I'm working on the Craspedia sock. I am actually at the heel, so I'm really excited. I want to see how much I can get done today. We'll have to wait and see. But I've been in a sock mood, so I've gone through and I've washed all my hand knit socks today, getting them ready for fall, just getting them all fresh and stuff, because like I really, really love wearing my hand knit socks in the fall and winter. But it's also got me thinking, I have a lot of sock yarn from different fiber festivals I've gone to, and you know, you always see the really pretty sock yarn and you're like, yeah, I could probably find a pattern for it. Then you get it and then you realize how much sock yarn you actually have. Yeah, I have that problem right now. So I also got out both volumes of 52 Weeks of Socks, and I've been flipping through those. And I may or may not have found a pattern that I want to knit. So I might cast it on after I finish this one. I always like to have a sock pattern going. But I was also thinking that maybe next week we could just kind of have like sock knitting week, and just work on some sock patterns. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to find some good ones to knit on, and I think my coffee is done, so I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. Okay, so I changed my mind on what sock I'm going to knit next. It is going to be a Colorwork sock. I'm not going to show it. You're going to have to come back next week and watch the next video. I'll talk more about it then. But this is the yarn that I'm going to use. And I'm trying to figure out how I want to knit this. I'm going to do a swatch, which I will be doing in the next video, of the two and see which one looks better, because you have the whole thing with like color dominance with colorwork and stuff. So yeah, but they're both so cute. Look at them together. I originally was going to knit a different pattern with one of these, and then I picked up both of them at the same time. I was like, wait a second, because some of this blue is also in there. I was like, they go so well together. I was like, okay, Colorwork sock, I'm going to do it. So I found one that looks like it would be a good one, because the colorwork's only on the leg and not the foot. So yeah, I might also with this pattern, and I'll talk more about it next week, try to decide on what heel I'm going to do, because I don't think I want to do the heel that it suggests. So I might also change that a little bit. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun project. It's gonna be a fun project. Okay, so that's going to be it for today's video. Real quick, let's go over what I worked on in this video. Okay, so I didn't accomplish the goals that I originally had set, but I do think I got both of the projects that I was working on to a good spot. This week has just been kind of a weird week for knitting for me. I don't know why. Just kind of a slower week. I have worked a bunch, but I've worked very slow, which, you know, you gotta have those weeks occasionally. And I actually enjoyed knitting this week a lot. It's just I kind of took it a little slow. But the Salty Days sweater, I have gotten it in a good spot. I am right at the end. I just have a few more rows for the body, and then I can start on the sleeves. So the next time that you all will probably see it, I will probably be working on the sleeves. I am so excited. It is so pretty. This yarn is so soft, and I can't wait to wear it, hopefully this fall. And then the sock, I haven't worked on a whole lot this week, but I have worked on it a lot today. I am actually on the heel right now. So y'all will actually see this one in the next video, because I will be kind of having like a sock week, which for y'all should be next week's video, but I get to start knitting like socks tomorrow, so I'm going to work on this one and complete it. But I also have another sock planned using these two pretty yarns. I am planning a colorwork sock from one of the volumes of 52 Weeks of Socks. So y'all will have to wait and see which sock I plan on knitting, but I just love these two together. I think they're so pretty. So I can't wait to get started on those. But yeah, definitely come back next week to see that video. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely give it a like, and also subscribe to join our lovely little knitting group here on the internet. Also, if you want to keep up with the Salty Days sweater, I have my Instagram linked down below, so you can definitely check it out there. I will be posting photos. And also comment down below what y'all are currently working on. I always love to hear. And if you enjoy knitting socks, also comment your favorite sock pattern, because I am always needing more sock patterns because I have a lot of sock yarn. So I would love to hear about some of those. And I will see y'all next week. Good night.